Like with Power Rangers, I loved the Ninja Turtles growing up, and at one point, I cut off from it assuming I was too old for it, which is, I think, after the otherwise awesome 2003 cartoon by... yeah, those guys. But it wasn't until as recent as last year where I began reconnecting with both franchises again. For the Rangers, it was the game Battle for the Grid and its crossover DLC with Street Fighter. As for the Turtles, it was through a crossover comic with, yep, the Teenagers with Attitude. But enough about the Rangers, we're talking the Turtles. And in this case, we are talking the very recent release of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge, developed by Tribute Games and released on PS4, Xbox One, PC, and Switch, with the Xbox One version shown here, and as of this writing, via the Xbox Game Pass service. How does this new game fare? Well, let's find out. Shredder's Revenge is an arcade-style beat-em-up in vein of the classic games by Konami in the arcades, as well as ports such as Turtles in Time on the SNES and original games such as Hyperstone Heist on the Genesis/Mega Drive. And all you need to know about the storyline is that Shredder is out for revenge and must be stopped, sending out his thugs like Bebop, Rocksteady, Krang, and so on to cause havoc in New York City, and it's up to the Turtles to stop him. That's it. Simple, but it works. On to the gameplay, and as I said before, Tribute Games wanted to make a follow-up to the Konami era of the Ninja Turtles arcade games. Now, as I never played those initially, I can't fully tell you how well it does on that front. But as a beat-em-up itself, it plays wonderfully with its easy-to-learn, hard-to-master controls, and that is for every character featured, which are not just the 4 Turtles, but even Splinter, April, and even an unlockable Casey Jones are playable as well, each with their own unique speed, attacks, etc. The game has 2 modes of play to know. One is Story Mode, where it tells its simple story with its side-scrolling gameplay. The other is Arcade Mode, where the rules are more in line with, well, classic arcade games like Limited Lives and harder difficulty. Just no further money required besides what you already paid/subscribed for. You'll be running through the streets or riding skate hoverboards all the same, and depending on the character you'll play, you'll get different endings too. And of course, it wouldn't be a recreation of the classic games without cooperative play, which you can do online and locally. And while that can be a riot to play, unfortunately it uses the really dated camera where all players must move on, so some jerk who plays online could deliberately hold you back. And that's probably my only real negative with this game. Visually, Tribute Games did an astounding job with the visuals representing HD versions of the 1987 series. Lots of color. In addition, the sound is great too, between the recreation of the original theme to some really catchy beats and lovably cheesy voice acting, even including legends like Rob Paulsen. Overall, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge is a modern must-play if you love beat-em-ups and the Turtles that I highly recommend picking up, be it via purchase or through subscriptions if you're that hyped. Either way, expect a great time.